Hey Libra, this is a particular reading from this particular card is from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck, and I'm going to start off by reading the actual or the card description, and then we'll get into the actual reading itself. And for you guys got hibiscus with the subtext of joy. And the actual description here, this can mean nectar, grace, sensuality, beauty, divine, feminine, nurturing, creativity, abundance. In ancient Egypt, hibiscus tea or karkade was commonly used to lower body temperature as a diuretic and to treat heart and nerve diseases. In Africa, it was used as a gastrointestinal healer, as it helped with constipation and liver support. In Hindu mythology, hibiscus is closely associated with the goddess Kali, the dark goddess of death, time, and change. Red hibiscus flowers are often presented as offerings to Kali, representing the divine consciousness. In Mexico, Central America, it's called Flor de Jamaica, which has been used to make healing juices for hundreds of years. Primarily used as a tea and poultice, hibiscus has been used in beauty rituals, particularly as a face wash, as it nourishes and tightens the skin. And Central American midwives have used it during birth and post-birth to tighten the uterus and assist with excess bleeding. Due to its astringent properties, a pulp of the leaves helps heal wounds and incisions. Hibiscus, ruled by Venus, embodies the power of the divine feminine, grace, beauty, creativity, and harmony. Venusian herbs are those that tone the cardiovascular system, reproductive system, the blood, kidneys, thyroid, and parathyroid. Hibiscus dissolves blockages in the first and second energetic centers, opening the channels at the base of the spine and reproductive centers and lower back. Like hibiscus, you emanate the Venusian grace. You hold and cradle life. You are the nurturer. Your presence brings renewal, joy, and joy to others. Express your creativity to keep attracting this colorful energy back to you. Like the hummingbird, you are a creature of nectar and a conduit of divine love and joy. Reversed, the hummingbird may represent the inability to see the many blessings that you've been given. Don't shy away from your power. You are worthy of it all. Follow the dance of the hummingbird into your journey into your sadness, and know that this pain is just a thread within the fabric of joy. Now, a few things, Libra. One, the idea of this card being so beauty centered is amazing to me, or very it definitely hits hard for particularly the understanding of the Libra sign in general, right? Because a lot of us, when it comes down to beauty, I think a lot of us really do associate Libra with beauty. And when it comes down to hibiscus and the tea in general, we have an understanding of really our particular our particular roles in life. We carry an understanding that is rooted more so in a society that is that I've heard described as really the patriarchy, right? So this idea that the woman is XYZ, and it's usually a very masculine thought of really having this particular definition of us. And I think it does two things. It's a twofold problem because it does ignore the actual the real benefit and the very real I would say understanding that we should have about the concept of beauty. And it also ruins the idea of or undervalues the role of that a traditional was it a traditional matriarch would hold in a society in general. When it comes down to colors and the idea of being able to essentially reflect what the hummingbird is back to it, essentially, right? That idea of holding that stability, being able to be that and echo that to the hummingbird in a way. In terms of when I talk about the hummingbird, I'm referring back to the actual description itself. That requires a level of control, a level of understanding that a lot of people don't currently hold a value for. When it comes down to you and your particular card today, it seems like this idea of joy, it's a responsibility in a lot of cases to simply be that, right? So to smile. I'm thinking about somebody, particularly like if you may resonate with this idea of having knives in your back, but smiling to your children or your the younger ones, and that is very much the strength required there is not something that is ever going to really be quite understood, and we need to hold that, because this is honestly the first description today where it actually describes the more negative manifestation of this, in terms of actually talking about that and bringing that up in the description, right? Because I always read the cards upright. That's the thing. I always read them, like I always pull them upright and I always keep them upright, and I never essentially dig into the actual or try to essentially interpret through the lens of an upside down card. But in this description, it came out. In this description, it was something that was going to be heard in one way, shape, or form. And I suppose the idea of pain that we carry, not necessarily translating into the spectrum that we vibrate, that may need to be something that you guys understand in terms of your responsibilities in this world. Not saying that it's something to ignore. It is definitely something, the work that needs to be done. It's definitely there, and it needs to be addressed. But it does not always need to be expressed. So in terms of this understanding, this idea, there's a lot that you can do with what you actually choose to resonate, and don't ignore that power for the sense of simply trying to express the world through the actual the damages that may be inflicted upon you, or that you may be healing from.